Good morning and welcome to Pen B Photography. I'm Penny and today here we're in the New Forest as per usual. So lately I've been struggling with, what to take, what photographs to take and going out to take videos. So I've set myself a little project just to help myself get out there and do some pictures. I've lived here 90% of my life and have lived around New Forest ponies, if you see them in the background. I've taken pictures of them, but never great. It's always been like, oh yeah, it's a pony, nice. So the project is, and this will be an ongoing longer project, is to get a half decent shot of a pony, a New Forest pony. They are beautiful and I just cannot capture, I have not ever captured quite how cool they are. They spend a lot of time just eating grass, a bit like me, but yeah, which is not overly exciting. But so the idea is I'm going to go out and try and get something decent, but it's not going to happen just today. One, the weather is flat and boring today, but and I have no idea where I'm going to start, really don't. So I'm hoping you're going to come on a little journey with me with a series, and hopefully eventually I suppose I'll just keep going until I take a half decent photo. But on this journey I would imagine that I'm going to take other pictures of other things that just present themselves, and ultimately it's going to be the thing that gets me out and to take photos. There are other things going to happen during this little project, like bluebells and stuff like that, so things will break up the pony journey. So I don't know quite how this video is going to go, because it's the first day of thinking about it, and I really don't know where to start. So yeah, but there should be some nice shots of the forest as well, so let's get on. Is that there is New Forest ponies up on by the road and in the car parks, and there's lots up there, but I'm not going to get a special shot just photographing them just off the side of the road or in the car park. So I'm coming down where the landscape is a bit nicer, but then there's less ponies and there's obviously spread further between. Today, the light I've mentioned earlier, the light is flat and there's nothing special going to happen. So I don't think a fantastic photo of a New Forest pony is going to happen today. But it'd be nice to find an area where they hang around with a nice bit of landscape, and then when the light happens, then we can take a picture there. So really I suppose I'm going for a walk today and having a look around. This is a little bit I don't know very well. I know behind you a lot better, but I think I'm going to end up there, which is Dead Man's Hill behind you. So yes, so we're going for a walk. We've got some ponies up there, but yeah, I'm not going to disturb them too much today because, like I say, the lighting's not great. So we're having a little explore. I don't know if there's going to be any photography, but my camera is ready to go just in case. So anyway, we better get on and see if we can find a nice area to come back to. Up there, a really long way away. I'm not going to bother taking a picture, but it would have, if there was a sunrise or sunset or something interesting in the sky behind, and a silhouette of the pony on the ridge. There's a little tree near it as well. It could have looked really good, but yeah, it's just not for today. But something to think of, you know, when the conditions are better, if I'm down in the valley, that I need to keep my eye up on the ridge, because I think if the sky was nice, I think it could look good. But not today. But it's all a learning process. The light is getting more interesting, but it's still extremely flat. Anyway, let's get going. Okay, this is a little sketchy because I haven't bought a tripod with me for my DSLR because I hate carrying it, and I thought I was doing pictures of New Forest ponies, but there's no New Forest pony in this picture. But this was the idea. I was finding creativity a bit difficult, so I thought that it would bring me out, you know, to have a purpose to bring me out and get some pictures, so it's not a bad thing. It's a little sketchy, so I've got my DSLR on the tripod that I use for you guys, and this tripod is not appropriate for the camera that's on top of it. I was hoping that I was a sort of photographer that could do landscape photos without a tripod, because I hate carrying it. I've mentioned that, haven't I? But it seems that I'm not. which is unfortunate. But there we go. So we got it on top of a tripod. It's not like the best picture in the world, but if you see behind me here, I've got a path here which is hopefully leading us into the landscape. And what caught my eye, and I don't think you'll be able to see, is these sort of trees in the distance going up the hill that's just caught a little bit of light, bit more light compared to the rest of the landscape, and the leaves haven't come out properly, but there is a hint of that sort of fresh spring green on them, and they're all at different stages, so there's a few different sort of very pastel-y colours there. So yes, the sky is a bit boring. I have put a polarizer on. It's quite dark, the sky. I've put a polarizer on, and then hopefully in post I can bring out a little bit more texture. I think you can see behind me it sort of doesn't know if it wants to rain or not, or get sunnier or whatever, so we'll see. I could be just desperate for a picture and it could be terrible, but I think it's quite nice. We'll see. I'll put it up now for you, and I'll put all the details on. F8, whatever shutter speed is appropriate, 100 ISO, and I've got a polarizer on there. Hopefully it's sharp on this silly little tripod. If I show you, look, it's, oh god, it's so sketchy. But there we go. Anyway, onwards. I'm only halfway on the walk, so I've got another couple of miles at least to get home. So yeah, there should be some more video, B-roll, if not actual photography. So yeah, I hope you like B-roll. Anyway, onwards, we'll get on. I'll see you again in a minute. Right, there we go. Hello. Okay, so ponies. Did we say Project Pony? I don't remember saying that. Another landscape. I quite like this one. I think I'm getting back into the flow. I'm not saying that these are going to be great pictures, but I feel a bit more comfortable than I have done the last couple of times I've been out with a camera. So I don't know why that is. But anyway, so as I was walking round, it's basically of the same scene, but as I was walking around, I think this is going to be a lot nicer. We came across some bog. You see that? And I quite like these like little patches of grass in the bog. So I felt, having watched a lot of YouTube, there's a lot of landscape YouTube photographers out there, and I've seen a lot of photography like this, and I don't very often do this. My widest angle lens is 24, so this is a 24 to 105 I've got on my camera. It's a zoom, obviously, so I've got it at 24, and that's the widest I can go. But I've come down very low to make the bog water probably. It looks a lot larger in the foreground, and then we're looking into the distance into these trees here, and then we've got the sort of dark-ish sky. It's spitting, but it's not raining properly. Oh, my arm's getting, hang on, come round this side. So yes, so I'm going to show you the picture. I have taken a 4-stack focus stack. I don't know if I'm going to use that. I've used f8, but I want the tufts in the foreground, these tufts of grass, to be in focus. So I would imagine I'm going to have to use that. And then also, as I was doing that, I have done an exposure for the ground and then a different exposure for the highlights in the sky, to see if because there's not much detail there, to see if I can get some detail out of it in post. And also I've put on a polarizer to take some of the glare off, and also that helps with getting a few details out of the sky as well. It's a very flat light, but it's kind of a nice flat light, just not grey. There is a sort of a nice pastel-y colours in the grass, and it's just bringing out the sort of pinks and the reds in the grasses, so it's very subtle. So in post, hopefully I'll concentrate on that. We'll see. It very rarely comes out how I envisage it here. I'll put this picture up as well. I hope you like it, but let me know either way. Okay. Top, lovely. Oh, lovely view. We've walked all down the valley over there to up there, and we've come up the hill, so I would say we're just over halfway. I've got to get back to the van now, back to the car. Yeah, and the light's changing. Just like to say there's some new forest ponies where we walked past earlier that they've turned up, but so I don't see us getting any ponies today, but we've worked, you know, there's been some nice views, so I hope you like the photography. I am going to carry on this project, but I need to sort of find a herd of ponies that gather in the right place, in a nice place, and then that aren't too frightened of me but aren't too tame that they spend their whole time trying to get in my camera bag. That's because people feed the ponies. If you come visit us in the New Forest, don't feed the ponies. It doesn't do them any good at all. They are looked after, the commoners who own the ponies, and when times are hard, they bring out the right food for their own ponies that they own. So they're fine. They don't need any help from us. Yeah, so some ponies are too friendly and follow you around, and you can't get a picture because they're like on the camera all the time. And then some ponies where people don't walk so much, are not so friendly, and they don't like you around, and I don't really want to upset them. And then these ponies here are pretty good because we get quite a lot of dog walkers and people walking in this part of the forest, so they're used to seeing people, but people haven't been feeding them, so you know, they're just the right tameness around here. But not for today. I will get some in the future. I'm going to make it a project of mine. Anyway, I'm going on way too much. If you've enjoyed this video, I'm glad. And if you've made it right to the end through all of my babbling, well done. Thank you very much. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. If you did like this video, give us a thumbs up. The other thing is I've made on my website, I've started putting prints up for sale. Now I know that you're all photographers out there, so that's fine, you're doing your own photography, but I personally look at the other people's websites all the time, so feel free to have a little perusal. Any suggestions on making it any better, leave them in the comments below, and I'll leave a link to my website below as well. So yeah, that would be nice. Any help's welcome. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I will see you next time. Take care. Bye for now.